Welcome to another beautiful sunrise from the beach at New Grand Bahama. New Grand Bahama is an exciting, exclusive new development area located on the eastern portion of Grand Bahama Island. It's roughly a 30-45 minute drive east of Freeport and about a half-hour flight east of Miami. This location provides one-stop flight access to nearly 2 billion people. This particular development is an incredible opportunity. There are no zoning restrictions. There is also no duty on the building materials, which will help you to keep your construction costs at a minimum. Furthermore, for your investors, there's some incredible tax advantages. Mainly, there is no income tax, there is no capital gains tax, and there is also no property taxes for 20 years. Did I mention that there's one-stop flight access to nearly 2 billion people? The Knolls Tract features 400 acres of virgin oceanfront land with over 3/4 of a mile of oceanfront footage. There's 109 acres that are on the oceanside portion and 290 acres that are located north of the road. Now, Crown land forms the north and east border. Now, this adjacent Crown land could provide additional benefits for your development. Please contact me to discuss further. In the background, you see some oil tanks. That is actually called state oil, and that is an oil storage tank holding facility. And what happens are the large super tankers come over from the Middle East, and they're too big for the U.S. ports. So they will come here, and their oil will be transported into these holding tanks, and smaller tankers will come, which the U.S. ports are able to handle. Now, looking at this picture, you can see up to the north where the forest starts, and that's just about the northern portion of this particular property. Now, this is a rendering of a lovely resort that could be built here. Again, keep in mind there are no zoning restrictions. So if you wanted to go on a high-rise, mid-rise, what have you, it is available. Now, on the northern portion, it's plenty large for a golf course. Championship golf courses typically take 170, 175 acres, and there are 290 acres north of the road. So you could do something real nice here. And again, here's another rendering to give you an idea. Now, state oil in the background there again. Now that's 2 miles from this property via the road. So it's a good distance away. There was a recent storm, so if you look closely and you can see some water, that's why it's from. This was filmed during the rainy season in the Bahamas, so this was filmed during October. Now this is looking eastwards and south. Again, just to give you some perspective on what your development might look like. This is a shot that'll show you the land here. You can see that it's not all just sand, but there is some nice rock and some hard ground here for you. Now, with 400 acres, you could really build something substantial. This is a rendering from a development in Nuevo Vallarta, which is in Mexico. Now, this is from a handheld to give you an idea as to the size of those trees that you see from the air and just the enormity of the beach here. It is quite large and quite lovely. The sand is typically very fine and it's white. Why you see lots of the little pine needles on this, again, is because there was just a recent storm here. So again, come check out New Grand Bahama, the Knowles Tract, offered exclusively for sale. Please contact Robert Stuart, your marketing consultant.